gonna be fucking awesome.
And welcome. Today's episode is sponsored by the Holy Bible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a newborn Christian. I just discovered this really cool story in the Bible that I want to share with you. Not that I read the Bible, but I just discovered the story and I thought it was really inspiring. And well, there's a hidden message in there. You know, the story of Cain and Abel. It's a metaphor for something else. And actually, it kind of helps us to navigate through life because, you know, these are the stories of the beginning of time, and they hold so much wisdom that is still valid in this day and age where we live. So I'm sure you know the story of Cain and Abel, you know, Abel being the good brother, so to speak, and Cain being the evil brother who eventually killed Abel. But why? You know, what happened? Why does somebody kill their own brother, right? So, well, it turns out, as the story goes, Cain and Abel, they both had to make their burnt sacrifices to God, and depending on the smoke, it would let God know if the sacrifices were sufficient or not. And in the case of Abel, the sacrifices were sufficient. So Abel was a very successful dude, you know, was a happy camper. Everybody loved him. I'm sure he had lots of money, and if he would live in this day and age, he would have a lot of Instagram followers as well, and everybody wanted to take a picture with Abel. And Cain, he also made sacrifices, but, you know, he was feeling miserable. People didn't like him, was not successful, not many followers on Instagram, and he felt like shit. So one day Cain decided to bang, 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 knock on the door of God and said, "Yo, G, what's going on here? What's up? Because I think you made a mistake in creating this reality, because I am making all these sacrifices just like Abel, and Abel is a happy camper, and I feel miserable. So what's going on here?" And then God said, "Well, listen, Cain, you brought this onto yourself. You know, you have invited sin into your dwellings." And Cain was like, he was all confused. He'd be like, "What are you talking about? Invited sin into my dwellings?" And then God said, "Yes, because it turns out that to sin is an old archery term, and to sin actually means to miss the target, you know." And then you can ask, well, when do you miss the target? Well, you miss the target when you're not aiming properly. You miss the target when you don't have the right weapon to shoot with. And you even miss the target when you don't have a target to aim at. And then you can ask, well, what is the target? You know, what am I aiming for? And then you could say, the target is you. You are the target. You being the best you can be, the best version of yourself, you know? And then you can ask, well, what is the highest version of yourself? And the answer is, you get to decide that for yourself, you know? You get to pursue a high valued goal, whatever that is for you. You know, you make this pact with God, so to speak, you know? You make this deal, you say, listen, this is what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to aim for that star. I'm going to be whatever it is. You get to decide, you know, you get to decide who you're going to become. And then you get to work on that, you know? You get to work on becoming the best version of yourself that you decided for yourself. But you have to put in the work. You have to make the proper sacrifices. And if you're not making the proper sacrifices, well, you're not gonna, you know, you're gonna miss the target. You know, you're not gonna become who you said you're going to become. And then you feel like shit. And that's exactly what happened to Cain. And then, of course, Cain learned about all this, and then he knew, God damn it. You know, he actually said, God damn it. He said, well, now I know it's not God's fault. It's my own fault. And that's when he got really angry, you know, and I'm sure when he discovered all that, he got from angry and mad, you know, be like, oh, fuck all this. And then maybe even resentment and bitterness, be like, fuck the world, you know, is really mad. And then the next step is you take it out on the world, you know, you take your anger out on the world. Revenge, right? And so he expresses his revenge by killing his brother. But by killing his brother, he also killed his own ideal, because he looked up to Abel, you know, he wanted to be like Abel. So by doing that, he killed his own ideal. It will never be possible for him to become like Abel. And the story doesn't tell what happened to Cain next, but, you know, I'm sure it was like something like a one-way ticket to hell or something like that. It's kind of interesting, though, that if you take a look at the ascendants of Cain, you're going to find this blacksmith named Tubal-Cain. And Tubal-Cain actually was the first blacksmith who created weapons of war, right? And, you know, I believe there's a bit of Cain in all of us, because especially when you go on social media, you know, they can make you feel like shit, right? You see all other people, you see your friends and your family all having a great time, going on a vacation, you know, being successful, and, you know, sunset and drinking mojitos with a bunch of strangers, who knows, whatever it is. And then you can be like, why not me? You know, why am I not feeling like that? And these emotions come up, right? So, you know, feeling the maybe sadness or maybe the anger and the bitterness and the resentments. Yeah, sure, why not? But, you know, it's only a sign to let you know that you're not putting in all the work, you know? And I feel that as well sometimes, you know? And then when I discovered this story, I said to myself, God, this all makes sense, you know? I'm not doing everything I can to become that which I chose that I want to become. So, you know, maybe you should aim really low, but I don't know. I don't think that's a solution, right? You have only one life, so might as well aim for the stars, right? Reach for the stars. But you got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. You got to make the proper sacrifices. So next time you feel like shit, you know, maybe you should ask yourself a question. Maybe you should ask yourself, what am I not doing that, you know, I could be doing and that I should be doing? And the thing is, you will get an answer, you know, you will get an answer, because whenever I feel like shit and I ask myself that question, the voice will be like, make more videos, you know, write more stories, you know, get yourself out there, you know, do whatever you decided with yourself that you're going to do. So, yeah, and it turns out there are much more of these stories hidden in the Bible. It's so interesting. I never thought that I would be interested in, you know, reading up on these stories in the Bible. Jeez, you know, I surprise myself sometimes. That's a whole different story. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, like the video, do thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate that. And, well, see you in the next one. Much love. Bye-bye.